Here we go. We're stirring the pot. We're getting ready. We're getting excited. We're getting ready to move because today is day 23 of Rest Runner. Thanks for the reminder there, cameraman. Now, I woke up this morning and listened to my body and it said to me, you know what, Daniel, the last few days has been pretty full on, pretty pumping style workouts, like just hitting it really hard. And the important thing is yesterday's theme was rest when needed. And so today I figured, ask myself, what should we do? And I thought, you know what? Go for a long walk and do some stretching, mobility. So that's what today's session is. I went for a long walk this morning, just after the sun came up with my dad and dogs. It was great to get out in nature. Of course, staying away from other people, that's social distancing. But today, you're going to need a stick. We're doing a mobility workout, so you need a stick or a broomstick and some sort of wall. I'm going to be using this wall. And what we're going to be doing is a 10-minute full body mobility session, mainly focusing on the two biggest joints, which is the hips, so the ball joint, each hip, and the shoulders. So they're both ball joints. You take care of the ball joints of your body, you'll take care of your other joints. So that's where it all starts. So let's get started. We've got 10 minutes on the clock, but we're doing 1 full minute of each movement. So we've got about 10, maybe I think 10 plus a bonus I've got written down here. So we'll hold them for a minute each and then swap to the next one. And so when we do a single leg, we'll go left and then right, etc., etc. So let's get started. The first one is, as always, a nice and deep lunge. So we don't need the stick until the later exercises, but we're just holding a deep lunge. Now, we're going for a full minute. Now I want you to just keep moving around and figuring out where you need some movement. I woke up this morning and I was just tight, you know. I was like, I've been pumping, I've been doing heaps of reps, heaps of body weight, even though we're only doing body weight, right? Body weight is easiest to overtrain. And that means, overtrain, it means doing too much without resting enough. And that's where injuries happen. And since we don't want any injuries, we just want to get moving every day, a little bit, 10 minutes every day. Today we're going to listen to our bodies and go, you know what? Sometimes I should do nothing. In that case, today's nothing is just being mobile, just stretching around, just going for a big walk if you can get outside.
Exercise.
Beautiful. So that's we'll do the right leg forward now. So we just did the left leg forward with a deep lunge. We'll do it the same here. Again, same thing, just moving around. Oh, by the way, that's today's theme, is sometimes do nothing. You know those scenarios in life where it would almost be beneficial for you to do nothing instead of something? I mean, humans, we have a tendency, and I fall victim to this fallacy all the time, right, is that the easy answer is to default to more, to always wanting to be doing at least something. Now just keep moving around here. Lean forward, you can come down onto your elbows if you want. Really spread this leg, get up onto the side of the foot. I've got some dirt on my foot here because I was walking outside with no shoes on. Just getting my feet in touch with the ground.
Exercise.
Wow, I'm feeling better already. I mean, you loosen up your hip and you'll loosen up your entire body. So now we're going for the wall, deep lunge on the wall. The way to set this up is kneel next to the wall and get your leg up like this. And so your foot should be pressed against the wall. In my case, this is a glass door. Same thing, any wall will do. And then what we're going to do is just lunge forward like this. So remember, start with your knee as close to the wall as you can and then just push back. Maybe you can only come up to about here. If you can, hold yourself up on your knee that's elevated and then push up like this. You should feel it right through here. Leave a comment below if you're feeling it through here, because I definitely am. Right, especially right in there. Now, I don't know the full muscle anatomy of what it's actually called, but you might be able to correct me if you know muscle anatomy better than I do. Might be the psoas muscle. And if that's tight, now we're going, again, set up, knee really close to the wall, and then bring it up, rotate it. There we go. Now my left leg is forward and my right leg is on the wall. It might be the psoas muscle through here. I just refer to it as the hip. But I've heard somewhere that if your psoas muscle is tight, well then, and it makes sense, right? You don't need a full physiology degree to understand this, is if that muscle is tight, it's going to send tightness throughout your whole body, can lead to things like headaches, can lead to stress. That's not what you need, especially in this time. So that's what we're focusing on today, is just stretching out what we need, staying mobile, moving around, sometimes doing nothing, you know? Beautiful. So now we'll come off the wall, we'll come back to the ground. So this one, we're going to, I call this one the leg or the shin underbody. I don't know the correct term, there probably is something for it, but essentially what we're doing is just, again, another sort of hip, but this time it's also a glute exercise. If you come around this side, I'm also feeling it through here. And so the goal here is, again, you can stay static. I like to hold my right hand on my ankle here just to hold my leg horizontal. Now, for example, you might also start out like this with your leg here because you can't fully get it out here. And I've started like that. Before, when I first started doing this stretch, I could barely even get down in there. So adjust to where you need to. And I can definitely improve this even more. If you want to go lean out like this, you can. Exercise. We'll swap over to the right leg. I'm feeling better already. Now that I've loosened up, it's amazing how much just 5 minutes of simple movements or mobility can do for you. Imagine going around like your whole life just having some sort of muscle tightness or whatnot, and that's causing you pain, and then that pain is just negatively affecting whatever you do, right? Because wherever I said this to my little brother and one of my mates yesterday on the phone. I spend a lot of my energy avoiding negative energy. So you can take that for what it means or whatever you want. Negative energy can come from other people. I mean, I remember being in a previous workplace, and we'd had 150 odd staff or something like that. And as soon as one person was negative, it basically sucked down the entire, it only took one negative person to suck down the entire 100 team. So now we have leg spread and we lean forward. This is another great one. If you have a band, this is probably even better. So we're going to spread our legs here in an angle. If you have a band, you can put this attach a band in front of a pole in front of you, then wrap the band around you here. I don't have that on me. And then use the band to pull you forward. But for now, we're just going to reach forward, go side to side, reach over to one leg, reach over to the other leg. Just keep moving. I mean, we've only got 10 minutes on the clock, but I could really go for far longer with this session. That's it. So yeah.
Exercise.
Oh, I could hold that for a lot longer than a minute. Maybe I should have put these all at 2 minutes. And so now we have the stick. So grab the stick. Want you to go just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, or as wide as you can, to rotate back and forth. So I'll just do it from a couple of different angles. So this is all we're doing. We're going back and forth with the shoulder. Make sure you got some room to do this. You're not knocking anything out. It's amazing how I haven't hit anything just yet. And so I was saying, oh, there we go. You can get your arms vertical. Focusing on the ball joint here. I really like to think of it as, you imagine a rusty gear on a bike chain or something like that. And that these sort of movements that we're doing for the ball joint, for the shoulder joint, are like getting that gear moving for the first time in a while. And it's getting rid of all that extra rust.
Exercise.
And so now we're going to go with the right. So I'm going to grab the stick here and I'm going to pull it up with the left. So you see here, grabbing it with the right, pulling up with the left. This is gonna stretch out the front of the deltoid here. So we go like this, we're controlling it, pulling up, watch as I pull up, and pulling forward at the same time. And now you can move it around, figure out where you want to go. This is a great one, I really love this one. And now what we're doing here is we're just controlling the stretch on the right shoulder with the left arm. So the left arm is guiding here. Whichever arm is in the sky is guiding the shoulder. Pull it forward. See how it's going to come right up there. Oh, this actually feels great. I could hold this for a lot longer than a minute. Keep it going.
Exercise.
Now we're going to swap. Shake it out. Shake it out. I'm going to get our left arm grabbing the stick somewhere midway and then pulling it up, shooting it up with the right. You can do this with a regular broomstick. Like this is just a broomstick from a hardware store without the head on it. One of the best tools you can ever buy. You can use it for mobility. We've done a stick workout. I'm not sure, that might have been day 12 or something like that. No equipment needed, right? That's it. Stretch it around. And how many times, in the theme of sometimes do nothing, how many times have you made a mess of a scenario when it would have been better just to sit back? It's like right now, what we're all doing, if you're watching this in the future, sometimes the answer to fix the pandemic that's going on is for a lot of people to just sit back and do nothing. Oh, victory, that's it.
Great work.
You know what? I'm a little bit disappointed.
Exercising.
I could keep going with that, I probably will. But we might end the video there and I'll leave you with those. Actually, there was one bonus that I did promise. And so that is a downward dog into cobra. So another one I like doing is just a bit of if I was to wake up in the morning and wanted to do a little bit of a flow like we just did, I might come up, do some walking movements, come up like this, bend up, go up. You'll see this in a lot of yoga practices. And so come down, you could do this for another minute, and then like that. So come up into a downward dog, and then all the way up into a cobra position like that. Beautiful. I'm feeling my whole entire spine become fully lubricated there. And then of course, you could do the squat hold, move around. But we started with 10 exercises there. We held each of them for a minute because we woke up, or at least I did, woke up, listened to my body, thought, you know what, doing a lot of repetitions, a lot of pumping exercises. It's actually time for a rest, so we prevent injury. We'll recover today and then get back into it another time. So, hope you enjoyed this mobility session. Leave a comment below if you have any suggestions for a future video, a future workout, or future stretches. Which one was your favorite? Did you feel that on the wall lunge? But anyway, stay mobile, keep moving, and wash your hands. We'll see you tomorrow.